What's good, guys? Boy, Mr. Old School Ryder, come back at you one more again. I have a very special guest today. I have the lovely Miss Vette Wilson. What's going on, Miss Lady?
Hey,
How you doing today?
I'm amazing. How are you?
I'm doing great. We're glad to have you on.
Thank
So we basically going to talk about you a little bit, along with other things. Then we'll wrap it all up with the car talk for 2 seconds. So, Miss Vette, tell us about yourself.
Well, I was born and raised in Mississippi. My name is Takara. Vet is actually a part of my name. It's my middle name, Yvette.
Hmm.
Yeah. I've been writing since 2015, actually.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. I was signed to a very great publishing company, Diamante Publications. I was the first lady at that company. I actually I did a lot for that company. Unfortunately, she was my mentor, my publisher. She passed away from COVID.
Oh,
God rest her soul.
rest in
Um,
peace.
Absolutely, thank you. Um, and my first novel was a bestseller, international bestseller. I
Hmm.
I feel like it's because I wrote half of it in Spanish.
Huh.
Absolutely. Um, I'm a law student and I own three businesses: Bosset Behavior LLC, which is my ghostwriting and literary agent company. So I represent people who want to self-publish. Um, I ghostwrite. I'm a contracted ghostwriter. My contract is currently international, so I write for people beyond the United States of America. Um, then there's Boss at Behavior Presents, which is my independent publishing company where I release books under my own company. I'm also signed to a very big publishing company.
Hmm.
And then I own my own cosmetics lines, Goddess of Eden. Yeah, it's a lot.
Oh wow! Oh, shout out to Joseph K and also Willie LeBlanc. Look like they some fans of yours, of course. Shout out to them. You got your gang pulling up. I see.
Hi. Mwah.
Oh yeah, tell us a little bit more about yourself. You got a lot going on, but make it seem so make it look so smooth.
Okay, so Willie LeBlanc, the one you just mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
I was actually signed to Diamante Publications with him. That was my pen brother, and he's amazing. He's the brains behind Bosset because he thought of the name. It came out of nowhere. It was so
Hmm.
funny. It came out of nowhere. I was telling him about all my business moves that I was making. And the statement he made was, "I'm here for all the Bosset behavior." And I was like, wait, what did you say? And he repeated it. And I just, I just ran with it. I was like, can I have that? Please, can I trademark that? And he gave it to me. He's amazing.
Oh, you're so sweet.
He's
That's a good. I like that. That's a good title.
Thank you. He's amazing.
I need you, Willie. Give me some stuff, man. Boy, I'll see you, bro. All right, Joseph. Okay, with the heart emoji, of course. So, how did you? I know you. We transitioned from like books, but actually, I need to get to this part anyway. How did you get into makeup?
Oh
That's what I'm
God.
trying to figure out.
Long story short,
Let's
I
go.
w- I would never wear makeup. I couldn't stand it. I would look at women with makeup and I would literally say, "Girl, what are you covering up? Like you're natural, you're beautiful." To me, all all women are beautiful. I don't care how they look. I don't care about their scars. To me, they're beautiful. And one day, I was just messing around with makeup. My cousin, she had a lot of makeup, and I was just messing around with it. And I just started putting it on. She was like, "Wow, did you see yourself?" She was like, "Of course you're beautiful, but you pop." So
Mm.
it was just something that I got into. And then my makeup is like, it's good for people with eczema and acne and stuff like that. It's cruelty free, basically.
Okay, good, good. Well, yeah, we gotta have that. Gotta protect the animals, and also you gotta make sure your face don't break out when you put certain things on there. Of course, that's a good thing you're doing that as well. Actually,
Thank
wow.
you.
So how long you been doing the cosmetic part of it?
I just started this company last year.
Oh,
Um,
hmm.
I want to say in February of last year. Yeah.
Oh, you came just in time there.
Hmm. Absolutely.
I mean, a lot of people had a whole lot of time on their hand. Of course, you can only sit down, watch TV, work out, eat, or you
Hmm.
can just kind of play with your face a little bit.
Hmm. Absolutely.
Wow. Yeah, much success on the makeup line, but actually, let's go ahead and go back to the books here real quick. So, what was your first book that you published yourself?
Um, the first book that I published myself was Jamia and Jaden.
Hmm.
Um, the first book that I ever published under the first company I ever signed to was Dope, The Rise of a Coke Queen. That book was so infamous. It's still infamous. Um, I was a rookie in the game. Nobody believed in me. My publisher, she stood beside me. She said, "Let me tell you something. I know you could do it." I wrote my life story too, but she didn't put that out first. She put my urban novel out first, and Dope was on the number one charts for like months. Um,
What?
like I said, half of it was written in Spanish, and a lot of people, like veterans in the game, people who've been in the game a long time. I don't know, they was just coming for me in a bad way, and
Uh-oh.
I guess I don't know if they felt threatened or what, but these are people that I looked up to,
Oh,
and
no.
yeah, I was fan of their works, and they just did a lot. But anyways, yeah, Jamia and Jaden, that's a love story. It's actually based on one of my relationships.
You know, you don't have to go too much into it, but you can kind of tell us about it just a little bit. That's why some
Um,
of the people love you and stuff. It seems so real. these stories, I'm like, she had to do some of this stuff, just a little bit, you know. Tell us a little bit about the story, just a little bit.
Okay, Jamia and Jaden, two college students, very ambition oriented. Jamia, she's playing games with Jaden. Jaden loves her to death. He sees nobody but her. Basically, he worships the ground she walks on, but Jamia can't see that. Um, you know, it's a beautiful chaos. I can't explain it, but I will tell you about one scene. No, two scenes in the story. One scene is when Jamia is graduating and getting her degree. Her and Jaden are no more. They're no longer together, but he shows up at her graduation. He's not sitting with the friends and family. He's actually standing beside a very historical monument, and she sees him when she's making her honor speech because she's an honor student. And she looks out and she sees him, and he gives her a nod like, yeah, I see you, I'm proud of you. And he walks off. And she just bursts out in tears, and nobody knows why. And then there's another scene where, Jaden, he passes away tragically during an argument with him and Jamia. But what he doesn't know is he passes away not knowing that he has a child with Jamia.
Huh. Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's one of the scenes. What about the second scene that you wanted to bring up?
Mm-hmm.
Golly.
So the other scene is nobody knew that Jamia was pregnant except for her friend, Asia. But supposedly she was pregnant by Jaden's best friend. I mean, that's what she told everybody. They had a drunk night. But Jamia, she did like a DNA test. What she did was she sparked an argument with Jaden at his apartment, and then she somehow got a hold to his, I think it's hairbrush or something, and she took hair from it, and she did the DNA test herself and sent the stuff off, and she got the results. And Jaden was at her house, and he saw the results. But he was so upset that he ran out the apartment, and Jamia was running after him. It was storming. It was raining. He was upset, and he got in his car, and then out of nowhere, this 18-wheeler just in front of Jamia, and she literally just dropped to her knees. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little too rare. I mean, I know situations happen like that, like in the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
Somebody rushing out the house, mad, sometimes not thinking, you're not paying attention what's your surroundings. Next thing you know, boom, you out of here, or you get like hurt real bad or whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
Golly. Over emotion sometimes, but golly. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to put you on blast, Willie. We're not going to put you on blast, my man. That guy right here is funny. Wow. So how many books do you currently have published at this time?
Okay.
On your own?
Oh, wow. Whew.
Oh, wow.
Oh, God. Okay. I know you said on your own, but I'm just going to go all in. Okay. So with the first publishing company, Diamante, I have 21.
21?
Yes.
Man, you writing.
I do. Side note. I released 6 books in November of 2019 back to back.
6 in 1 month?
Yes. And they were all bestsellers. They did very well. With my company, my publishing company, I currently have 4 or 5. Which is Vette Behavior Presents. And then with my new publishing home, which is Ryder Williams Presents, I have 1, and I'm working on 2 more. Not to mention the novels that I've ghostwritten for people, which is clearly over 200.
Oh my God. How do you find all the time to do this?
I have a lot to say. I have a lot to say. So much to say. I have a lot of stories in me. And what people don't understand is that a lot of my stories have me in it. There's no, yeah, there's some fiction, but I've actually lived a lot of this stuff. Like I've done it, I've seen it, I've been around it, all of that. Yeah.
Man, you did your thing. You like a gangsterist almost or whatnot. Man, boss. Yeah, you for real. This is real life.
Hmm.
Wow. So let me ask you a question. What would you say about the up and coming writers right now? What would be a good inspiration for them if they want to do this? What you're doing?
My first thing to them would be write the story. Don't think about it. Don't plot it, don't outline it, just write it, and it'll develop as it comes. And then if you want to sign to a publisher, do your research. Research. I don't care if you have to hire a private detective, okay?
Hmm.
Do your research, because there's a lot of us in the game I've been in this game for several years, going on several years. There's a lot of us that have been played by publishers. We've been sold false hope, dreams, everything.
Hmm.
Um, when somebody asks, "Oh, are you accepting new authors? Can I sign to you?" You could sign to me, but I will be your agent, meaning, yes, my publishing company will be on your novel, but you will see all your money, literally. I will help you upload your novel from your own account and not mine. Um, I just feel like self-publishing is the way to go. You have a lot of good, like right now, I'm signed to a very, 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 very good publisher. I love her to death. She's amazing. Um, but it's a lot. And being the first lady of a company, it came with a lot of stuff. Like if the authors under me would do some stuff, I would take that heat. Like it falls on me. None of their work will come out unless I touch it. I literally had to go into all of their novels and just write stuff to make their novels pop. And it was a lot on me, and I was stressed and depressed a lot because I was like, oh my God, I'm happy with my position, but it's too much. It's a heavy price to pay to be front line, and people don't understand that. But success is not going to happen overnight. If you're a new author, you need to do your research and know that it took me several years to build my brand. It didn't happen overnight. I went through a lot just to build my brand to what it is today. So yeah.
Oh man, you got a story to tell. I didn't realize you. I guess it's safe to say you probably got like over 300 total books, like through everybody else and yourself, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, excuse the alarm. Looks like
It's
someone tripped
okay.
off the Norman, the background over here in this building. Boy, they always doing something. But wow. Okay. So we're just gonna ask a few other questions here. When did you know that the book that you have it was going to be the first book? When did you know it was going to actually going to be a hit? Not selling wise, but when you actually finish it, what did you think about it at first?
I was scared. I said, "Oh my God, is this real? They're not gonna, they're not gonna support my work. Who am I kidding?" I came into this game when I was young. I was in my 20s. I'm 34 now. I came
Okay.
into this game when I was like 26, 27. And
Uh-oh. Oh, she dropped off. Hold on. She'll be right back, guys. Hold on 1 second. She'll be back in 2 seconds. Hold on, Vet. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. I will appreciate you coming through, Josie. Yeah. Make your moves, man. I know you got to get up out of here, of course, but yeah, Vet'll be right back. She look, we got some technical difficulties on her end. We're not going nowhere. Oh yeah, here she go.
What happened?
That was you.
That wasn't me.
I didn't do nothing. I'm like, where'd she go?
I didn't touch one thing. It just popped off.
Your phone didn't ring or nothing like that?
No.
Alarm clock? Hey, it be like that. Oh well. Man, technology, it runs amok sometimes, but hey, it's one of them things just happens sometimes.
Mm.
Let me see, where were we at? All right. So since you do ghostwriting and things like that, you also coach as well, correct?
I do. Mm-hmm.
So if somebody wanted to get a book published from like the ground up, I know you say you help them upload it from their account instead of yours. How would the process actually would work to a certain extent?
Okay, so first we would discuss back and forth to make sure they're sure, because some people they're not sure. I don't like to waste time. That's something I can't get back. So they have to be sure that they want to do this. After that, um, they run me their storyline, their plot. I do, however, if they need cover and promotion, like a book cover and promotion, I provide that. I help them with that because I know the best promoters and book
Hmm.
designers. I know them. I help them
Oh
with that
wow.
process. Yes. Proofreaders, editors, I provide all of that. Um, Once all of that is done, then, and they've paid their fee, which is very affordable. Um, I take them to the next step and I show them how to upload and everything else. So it's just, yeah, it's easy. Uh, this shit keep freezing. I'm about to exit out.
Yvette, Vet, you still there?
Yep.
I have you. I don't know what's going on, but the internet was doing tricks over here. Wow, that's interesting. Where we stopped off at anyway? I'm gonna have to edit this a little bit now. Golly, this is crazy.
Um, mm, I don't even remember.
You know what? Don't even worry about it. We'll figure out something else. We're getting pretty much our halfway point right now. So, what do you see yourself in 5 years right now?
In 5 years, I see myself with my law degree and probably nationwide when it comes to my company, a household name, I mean, a lot of people know who I am now, but I want to be permanent. I want to be, I mean, you can actually Google me and all that stuff, but whatever. I want to be a household name, like something big. I,
Oh yeah, yeah. You go. Yeah, we got quite a few legends in the urban genre. Yeah, you're gonna be up there one day. Just keep putting your work in. The work that you have right now, it'll just stand by itself. But you young, you got a ways to go, like years wise. But you already got the work already there right now. If you ain't gotta do nothing else, you good. But I understand, people like us, we gotta just keep on moving,
yeah,
inspire like other folk.
hmm absolutely.
So, let me ask this other question. How do you go about dealing with writer's block for writers out there? How do you deal with it?
Um, okay. So the only time I get writer's block is when I'm stressed. When I do get writer's block, I listen to music. Um, Usually I email or text one of my friends to ask them to send me a playlist. And actually, um, Mr. LeBlanc here is a producer. So
Hmm.
I email him sometimes, but I have his entire music catalog. So sometimes I just tap into that and listen to some of my favorite beats by him, and it helps a lot.
Oh, shout out to you once again, Mr. LeBlanc, man. You do everything, my guy. We appreciate that. Okay, this is doing this again. Okay.
hmm
All right, we're getting close anyway. So, since we also a car channel as well, so what was your first and favorite car growing up?
Could you repeat that? I couldn't hear you.
So, what was your first and favorite car growing up? Since you from Mississippi or whatnot.
Whoa. Okay. So being from Mississippi, it's a lot to have as far as good memories of childhood. Unfortunately, the only good memory I have is when my uncle came to take me from Mississippi and raise me in Pennsylvania.
Hmm.
You know, I was subjected to physical, emotional, verbal, and sexual abuse as a child. And, I don't, I never had a birthday party when I was little.
Yeah, me too. Wow, I know.
I, I never went to the park or none of that. But mind you, my siblings and everybody else around me had birthday parties and birthday cakes and stuff. There were some Christmases where I didn't get anything for Christmas, but my brothers did. And yeah, it's a lot. So, mm,
So it pretty much kind of help you channel some of that pain into your writing. That's what it sounds like, correct?
absolutely.
It pretty much therapeutic and stuff like that.
hmm
Yeah, what I was actually saying is, well, what is your first car that you had yourself?
Mm. Maybe when I was about 12. Um, I don't know. You know what? To be honest, I suppressed everything from my childhood.
No, I was talking about no, not childhood. Talking about your car, like room room beep beep.
A car. I
Yeah,
thought you
that's what I'm
was.
saying.
I'm sorry. I can't hardly hear you. I'm so sorry. My first
You might have to
car
bring
was.
the mic up a little bit. There we go. My voice kind of project. I'm trying to talk a little low nowadays. I don't want to overpower my guests.
Mm, Okay, so my first car was a Buick, and I came home from school. I was in the seventh grade, and my dad had this Buick in the driveway, and I said, "What is this?" Because my mom don't drive, he don't
Hmm.
drive, but I knew how to drive. And he gave me the keys like this, and he said, "It's yours." I said, "But dad, this is a Buick. I don't want a Buick. I wanted something bigger." So he was like, no, you're going to get a Buick. And when your grades, become a level of achievement, then you could get the car you wanted. So I had to drive around. It was a good Buick. It was beautiful. But that was my first car. And then my dad sold it to my aunt. So
Man, Buicks are already kind of big. You trying to get something bigger?
I wanted, at the time, the most famous car or known vehicle in that year in Mississippi was a Cadillac Escalade, and I wanted it.
Mm.
I wanted it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, your guys' car culture is a little bit different down there. Is that a picture of you? Like someone made that picture of you?
In the background?
Yeah. What is that picture? Is that you or somebody else?
No, this is my backdrop. I actually ordered it from Amazon. It's just peaceful to me. That's all. It's
I got you. I
peaceful.
got you.
And then my little curtains back there.
Oh, your little
Okay.
backdrop. Okay. So we're getting pretty much at the end point right now. I got a couple other questions, but who is your favorite author coming up since you one of the authors in the game right now? Who is your favorite author in your favorite book?
Maya Angelou. Um, I know why the caged bird sings. She's the reason I write. Um, I think because I can relate to her novel. She was raped by a family friend, and her uncles and stuff, they killed the man that raped her, and she went mute. Like, she wouldn't say anything because she thought it was her fault
Hmm.
as a kid. I was told so much as a child. No, you can't repeat that. You leave what happens in this house, and they be still that in me so bad. I went mute. I was actually mute from the age of 6 all the way up to the age of 10. I wouldn't say nothing. And they thought something was wrong with me, but in reality, my voice was taken away because all I wanted to do was tell the truth and what happened to me and stuff. But they told me to shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. And in the South, it's like a thing where sexual abuse and stuff like that is kept quiet.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. It happens. Yeah, you're absolutely right about that, about the things that's going on in our community, especially in the household. When
Mm-hmm.
something actually happened, people want you to shut up about it, don't say nothing, forget about it. Sometimes you gotta go ahead and say something. It'll affect that child, like later on in different relationships and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And other people trying to figure out what's wrong with him. They went through some
Mm-hmm.
trauma.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? I mean, some people try to challenge it the best way. I mean, challenge it the best way they can, either positive, but most of the time it's going to be negative.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And it takes a long time to get out of that hole and stuff. Then we'll be like 30, 40,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe 50 and stuff, still going with the same issues and stuff. But I mean, it's actually good you're able to kind of tell your story about what's going on and stuff. I know you're not going to tell everybody everything. You want to kind of keep some of the stuff yourself, but mostly your stories are helping other people out, going through the same thing and everything. That's why we like what we love about you.
Thank
You're relatable. You know what I'm saying? You're not up here with your stuff. You still relatable to everybody else.
Absolutely.
Pretty much. So this is our last couple questions on this.
Okay.
So what are your final thoughts at this time?
My final thoughts are live your dreams. So what if you're 40? So what if you're 50? You could be 60. Live your dreams. Never let anybody tell you that you can't just because you're restricted, physically, mentally, emotionally. Live your dreams. I don't care if it takes you 40 years. Live your dreams. Please live your dreams. I don't care if you only make one of your dreams come true. It only starts with one. From that one, multiple visions of yours will develop. If you know that you have something amazing living inside of you, it can help somebody. It can save somebody's life. You don't know who's watching you. You don't know who you inspire. just write that book, write that song, audition for that movie role. Just do it.
You just never know something going to hit.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter how old you are. If you got something in you, you need to get out. Just go ahead and get it out.
Absolutely.
And you know, like Steve Harvey and 2 Chainz, they blew up when they was older.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I mean, look at them now. You know, they multi-millionaires inspiring other people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's never too late, but you can be on that bed, hospital bed, or whatever the case may be. If you get it, another chance to live, go ahead and do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, that's the best way to pass down a legacy and leave your mark on the world.
Mm-hmm.
Leave your mark on the world as well. And especially if you got like kids or other family members, you'll be able to pass that piece of work down, you know. Since you have a big old catalog, you can pass that down to somebody so they can still make money off yourself later.
Absolutely.
But other than that, I do appreciate everybody for coming through on the chat today on the Ryder's Book Club with Mr. Old School Ryder and also the author, Vette Wilson. I'm going to stay right there, Vette. Don't disconnect. Let me go ahead and end the show real quick. And we appreciate you for coming through. One moment, y'all. Thank you. Hold on, Vette.